Greetings and welcome to a very special moment on the annual sports calendar. The Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by EA Sports. Inside the Tiburon Theater, I'm Chris Fowler. So proud to bring you Heisman Trophy.
Glad to have you with us from Music City, USA, Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The postseason rolls on. These two teams try to finish on the right note in the Music City Bowl. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
I can tell you on the field, we could not ask for better conditions this late in the season. It is a gorgeous day for college football here in this bowl game. I'm expecting both offenses to open it up and air it out. Perfect conditions. The field is in great shape. I'll keep you posted on just how things develop here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack.
Coming out aggressively. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give is to Smith. Taken down. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Aggies offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. The handoff. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Fires to the wideout. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fresh set of downs going up top. He'll try to do it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Smith takes the handoff. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. The give to the lone running back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact.
They cough it up inside their 3. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. Throwing Reed. And wings it incomplete.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Hold and finds his man on the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of runs.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. On the run, it's Owens. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. To send the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. And the Aggies will hustle to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Owens. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Here's Reed to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll try the left side. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit.
Great job in the open field making that tackle on defense. You'd like to think your running back in space could make that guy miss on 3rd down, but really nice job with the fundamentals on that tackle.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Reed. Look out. Hit as he throws. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Owens. Turning it on. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Sets his feet, it's Reed. They're all over it, and he avoids the sack.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Drives inside. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Calls his own number. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Offense gets set for second down. Reed. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive, forcing a third and long. You bring on the pass rushers. You get after them in a predictable situation.
In the gun, third down, Reed. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They booted away on fourth down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Running inside, it's Phillips. Defense all over him.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was fell on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
All pressure's coming. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Making his first move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Aggies want to move quickly.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Iowa! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Big fullback's got it.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing Reed. Right side, it's Brown. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Reed. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, and go on to the next play.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Here's Reed to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Phillips. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 2nd and long here. Hits the hole. It's Phillips. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Hauls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Iowa spends his 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket from what's left in this first half. And the Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his man. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. He's
going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Snags it. Sweet cut there. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Coming out with it, it's Warren. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As always, Holly keeping an eye on the injuries. What's the latest?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Rhett Lashley at the half. Their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact. But they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get them on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Snowed under by the defense.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. On the ground, it's Edwards. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to the well. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He'll take it himself. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Intercepted, and now he's up with 14. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Baker. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Down he goes.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Tough run here, it's Morrill. Touchdown, Aggie! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Most of the time, the old halftime speech, halftime adjustments thing way overhyped. Whatever changed has flat worked for these guys. The give. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Reed. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Out wide right, it's Edwards. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quick give. It's Phillips. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for room. It's Phillips. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. These corners going to give these receivers some space. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes a connection. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Unloads to the right. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. On the run, it's Edwards. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the ground. He's got it again. He's past the marker. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Going to the ground. There's a crease. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. One possession game. Getting late here, and the winner will take a great feeling into the offseason. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. In the backfield, it's Anderson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Around 4 minutes to play in this postseason battle. Motion from the back. Reed. the screen into that traffic. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this.
Makes the grab in their space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Hawkeyes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Using his legs, it's Phillips. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Phillips. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Right back to it. Good, strong tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he drops to throw. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible, maybe eke one more out here before the 2-minute timeout.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They want to throw it. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know there'd be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And what a big third down stop for this defense, and now it's decision time for the offense. Actually, no, it's not. Like, what are we doing? The field goal doesn't do much here. Huge 4th down coming.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football 4th down. Great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Handoff to the fullback. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Iowa spends his 2nd timeout here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, but not before he gets the first down, and that should be enough to bring home a bowl trophy.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
It came down to the final quarter. Much plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
What a season it has been, and it's been great to share it with you. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.